Americans with 401ks could be getting a boost in their retirement savings. The bipartisan bill passed by the House raises contribution limits for older workers and lets companies offer employees a small cash bonus for signing up for a plan. The bill now heads to the Senate. A cryptocurrency hack has targeted a blockchain network supporting the popular video game Axie Infinity. The hackers stole about $625 million in Ethereum and USDC, making it one of the largest crypto hacks in history. Condo owners affected by the Surfside building collapse in Florida will divide $83 million for property losses. A judge ruled Wednesday. Compensation for the families over the 98 deaths are still being determined, and the money will come from the sale of the now vacant beachfront land, as well as insurance policies. Meanwhile, major airlines are looking to ditch their coronavirus protocols. MoneyWatch reporter Megan Cerullo joins me now to talk a little bit more about this. So I heard that they were really pushing, executives were really pushing to drop all the protocols, not just the mask mandates. So let us start with, okay, it's one thing for airline executives to think it's about time, but what about health experts? What are they saying?
Right. Airline executives believe it'll be better for business if they drop these mandates. If they don't have a mask rule in place, that'll signal to the public that it's safe to fly. Right. But epidemiologists say that while it's okay to be having the conversation about when we should drop these mask rules and testing requirements, because it's unreasonable to expect that they're going to be in place for forever until there's no COVID left on Earth, that it's premature, especially because we've seen this new variant start to become dominant. So it's too early right now, given the current environment, to be seriously considering dropping mask rules in the air.
Right. And when I heard about this, I was thinking, okay, what could be why are they pushing for this? And I did consider the fact that we have seen some in-flight meltdowns over mask mandates. We're already having issues with people behaving badly on planes, but then the introduction of the mask mandates really gave some people a reason to act badly. Is that something that the CEOs are sort of talking about?
It is. It's something they brought up in their letter to the White House. They said that it has been unfair to burden, to task flight attendants who really weren't trained to be bouncers. They're effectively being tasked with enforcing these rules 30,000 feet in the air. Passengers can be testy to begin with. So they're having to deal with passengers who are angry because some of their fellow passengers aren't wearing masks, and then those passengers who don't want to comply with rules. And we've seen a number of altercations arise as a result. So I think airlines are eager to relieve flight attendants and other airline staff of that duty.
So it's not just mask mandates, right? Sometimes there's testing to get on a plane, or you have to prove that you're vaccinated. And we're planning a trip, and regulations change from week to week, so we're always checking. But we definitely have to have proof of full vaccination. Do they think if all of these restrictions are dropped, they'll actually see a boost in flyers?
That's the calculus they've made. But some experts I've talked to have said, the mask mandate, if the mask rule is dropped, that could deter people who are immunocompromised, who are older, who have young children who aren't yet vaccinated. That should be part of the threshold should be that everyone should be eligible. Everyone who wants one should be eligible for a vaccine before these mask rules are lifted. The testing piece is interesting. That could actually boost international travel, which has yet to rebound. So a colleague who's going to Ireland said she's afraid that if she tests positive while she's abroad, she'll have to quarantine in a foreign country for 10 days.
Right.
She'll have to, stay in a hotel for 10 more days. A lot of people can't assume that kind of financial risk. Yeah. So if airlines were to drop that testing piece, that could actually help boost international travel.
Yeah, that happened to a friend of mine who traveled overseas for the Christmas holiday. He immediately tested positive as soon as he got to the place. So his entire family got to enjoy their holiday at a beach resort, and he was in the quarantine hotel for the entire time. Megan, thank you so much.
Thanks, Anne Marie.